Hi, I'm John Messer. Welcome to the Luminex Group Whiteboard Monthly. Let's talk about transitions. Church transitions. Here's a scary fact. 50 to 70% of the following initiative fail to add value or meet the objectives in churches. So that means that revitalization, merging congregations, restructuring, downsizing, or strategic allowances don't work. Most efforts to change without an intentional transition period will probably not be successful or accomplish your intended goals. Why is that? Well, because change happens, but transitions may not. Some reasons churches don't make transitions are that they focus on minimizing or avoiding stress. They want to stay in their comfort zone, or they want the sense of being able to be in control when they feel like things are out of control. They want to rely on what they already know rather than having to learn something new. Those are all reasons they get stuck. When change is happening all around us, but we don't pay attention to making good transition, we're missing a key learning opportunity in the life of the church. God uses times of change and transitions to teach us, to grow us, and to prepare us for the future. Change without an intentional, consistent transition produces more damage than good. Congregations that seek only to achieve some degree of stability rather than constantly opening themselves to learning and responding to external and internal change will surely die, or at best, exist at a marginal level with little mission or ministry. That's Dennis Campbell. Churches must adapt to change, and that means transitions. So, healthy transitions in the church can take 3 to 5 years. Think of a transition as a long tunnel with these 3 phases, as we talked about last month. It's a long tunnel where, when you first enter, the only light you see is behind you. At the beginning of the tunnel, our focus is backward, and for the church, that means reviewing, assessing, and wrapping up important things. As you move further into the tunnel, the light begins to fade behind you, and you may glimpse some light ahead, but in the middle of the tunnel, it's mostly just dark. And sometimes, as I said last month, it's really dark. So our attention has to be focused completely on God. The middle of the tunnel is all about group discernment, paying attention to God, His will, His way, His purposes. He'll show you the tasks you need to complete as you look backward and has prepared for you as you move forward. He may also begin clarifying for you what's ahead. So evaluation, assessment, commitment are important for a group. When you move to the end of the tunnel, then the light is forward, and at this point, the light reveals the new place, position, or work that God has prepared for the church. Our transition tasks are about making healthy new beginnings, learning, communicating, building relationships among the church and with the community. At this point, we discover how important it is to work at the beginning, to do it well. For a church, maybe the most important transition task is to release the baggage that would prevent the congregation from responding to God's call and moving forward. So here are some specific tasks for a church to accomplish at each stage. So at the beginning, look back and think about what God has done in and through the church. Where are the signposts of life in the church? Tell the stories of God's faithfulness, His work and movements among you. And for the church, looking back is about remembering primarily. Remember God's faithfulness. Remember what He has done so you can have confidence in the midst of change and an unknown future that you can trust in God's purposes and faithfully follow again. Looking back also means dealing with emotional and spiritual baggage. Are there sins that need to be confessed and repented of? Emotional baggage from the past hurts. Baggage from conflict? Deal with it. It's important to understand that church pastors have a profound effect on the health of a church, especially in a transition. I've seen too many churches damaged by a pastor who just left the church with very little notice and no preparation of the congregation. That creates unnecessary emotional baggage, anxiety, and difficulty trusting within the church. Pastors, serve your church well by preparing them for a healthy transition. And then when you get to the middle, look up, gain more insight into what God is up to, and do the group processes to discover, dialogue, and discern together so that the congregation is spiritually prepared for what's coming. And then at the end of the tunnel, look ahead, prepare for the future. Make sure you can answer the three big questions. Who are we now? What are we called to do now? And who is our neighbor now? The changes you are adapting to will seem less daunting when you have a sense of what God is calling you to and who you are called to serve. Those are the important tasks for a church transition. At Luminex Group, we have pastors who specialize in helping churches make healthy transitions. They can lead you through helpful processes and guide your leaders through all three stages of a transition. If you're interested in learning more about making healthy church transitions, you can do two things. Check out our website at luminexgroup.org and contact us for a conversation. And number two, check in next month as we share more details about how to make healthy transitions and what those look like in the church. Thanks for joining me. We're the Luminex Group. We'll see you next time.